of nowhere, actually knocked my camera down. Maybe I was making an idol out of my camera. Hi there YouTube, my name is Martha and this is Living as Children of Light. In the second week of January, my camera broke in an attempt to make another video for the channel. So 2023 started off with an amazing trailer for the channel that I made, and I was so excited to be consistent with the uploads every Saturday. You guys were gonna get a new video, but then the Lord had other plans. So on the 12th of January, I wanted to record a video because I had this video idea about how the seed of faith that we plant in our lives, in our youth, or at whatever age we're at, that the fruits that come from those seeds, we don't necessarily enjoy that, right? And this stemmed from the grapevine that's in our house that I don't know when it was planted, but the people that lived in the house like way before us planted it, and literally years later our family is now enjoying and reaping the fruits of their hard work of making sure they were pruning it, cutting it, making sure the plant was healthy and growing. And throughout from like January to February, we were just enjoying the grapes, really good grapes, really good grapes, and we were able to share it with friends and family, and they may not necessarily have enjoyed the fruits, but generations to come enjoyed the fruit. So the video was about me like harvesting the grapes, you know, that cute cinematic vibe with like poetry in the background. And so that's what I was trying to do. And so I literally got outside, got everything prepared, you know, the scissors, all the things, the tray, I even washed the tray, everything was prepared and ready. Yeah, I mounted the tripod outside and I was like, you know what, let's do this. Mounted the tripod outside, put my camera on, got, you know, the great angle that I wanted it from so that you could really see the grapes as I was cutting it. But because of the angle that I wanted the specific frame to be in, or the picture, the frame to be in, the camera was like tilted and I didn't stabilize the tripod legs like well enough. And so I left the camera there in that very awkward position, my fault. And I went, took the tray, started cutting, and out of nowhere, a wind came, like this gushing wind came from I don't know where, and literally knocked my camera down, and then bah, on the floor. I was sad for about 2 days, like just thinking, okay, how am I supposed to get content out now? Lord, I thought this was like a year of consistency, of having consistent uploads and really, you know, being intentional and, you know, stewarding this channel well. And now the camera breaks. Yes, God gave me this camera as a gift. This was a gift I had saved. My brother had also helped, you know, put money in so that I could get this camera and start doing this. And I realized that He could give and take away. That verse in Job 1 verse 21. And it says that He said, I came naked from my mother's womb. This is Job. And I will be naked when I leave. The Lord gave me what I had and the Lord has taken it away. Praise the name of the Lord. And I was like, sure. Lord, you gave it to me. You gave me this camera and you can take it away at any moment, at any time. And at this specific point, I realized that I was paying so much more attention to the doing, the creating the content, to making sure everything was right, you know, trying to grow the channel, trying to be consistent. Meanwhile, God wasn't calling me to that. God wasn't calling me to be consistent, pumping out videos every Saturday, all that in that time. But He was calling me to be still and to truly seek Him, and to prepare for what's to come by being in the Word and engaging. And I placed my seeking of God second best to the calling of God. And I wanted my life to be a life where God had first place all the time. And so I had to realize that maybe I was making an idol out of my camera. Maybe I was trying to place too much of my identity in what the camera could do for me, what it could do for myself, for my image, and that I wasn't realizing that God first and foremost has my identity, and that He gives me identity, not these things, not a job, not a career, not anything else, but really Him. He gives me my identity. He tells me who I am, and that's more than enough. And that is an identity that can outlast anything. That whatever happens in life, that identity will be so solidified because it was an identity that is based off of His word. I came to the Lord in prayer and I just repented and realized that, I was placing these things above you, Lord. I was pursuing them more than I was pursuing you and earnestly seeking you and delighting in your word. And I was just, as a creator, we spend a lot of time or more time creating than we do communing with the Creator. Creation, your content creation won't be authentic and won't be genuine because you have this kind of gap in your communion with the one who's given you this ability to create. And as Christian content creators, I do want to just encourage us to be in constant communion with God, with whatever we're creating, with whatever we're doing, that we should place the Creator above the creation process, and all of these things that, although they're great and magnificent, but nothing should replace that intimate communion and seeking of Him for whatever it is or in any season that we're in. At that moment, I didn't see how this was going to be working for my good. I was like, but how is this gonna work for my good, Lord? How? Please stay tuned for part 2 of this video. It's going to be exciting and you don't want to miss out on how the Lord actually worked all of this for my good. I hope that you enjoyed this video and that I trust that it encouraged you to continue seeking God above all else, above the gifting, above the promises, above anything but seeking His kingdom first. Thank you so much once again for tuning into this video. Please don't forget to leave a comment if you've had a similar experience and how you navigated this experience with the Lord. And as always, best of blessings.